Yo, family, as Halloween approaches, the market is getting spooky. Let's check out the charts and see what's happening here. Let's protect our money. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That gives you access to all of the future content as well as the prior content. So do yourself a favor and check that out. Each week, what we do here is we cover the market, and then we also look into our favorite stocks as Apple, Amazon, Meta, Netflix, Tesla, and Google. So stick around to the end so you can see the analysis on all of the stocks. All right, so let's go into what we got going on now. All right, the market is indicating a lower open by about almost 1%. That's 3,791. Around there, we're banging around there and testing a couple of things out. And so what do we got going on here? Last video we talked about this very thing here. All right, this little dashed line is my 20-day moving average, and we said that before, as we highlight here, this has been resistance. The 20-day moving average has continued to be resistance. In this case here, the 50-day moving average was resistance. Then it came to the 20, it started to show and flex its muscle, and then here we are again, and it's also showing that resistance. In addition to that, we've also highlighted this blue line where we said the market needs to cross this line here in order to prove that it is ready to go higher. If it can do that and close above it, then it had a good shot of that continuation to the upside. Currently, right now, this Friday morning, we don't have the proof. We don't have the body. We don't have the gun. We cannot convict the price of being ready to go higher. I do not see the market giving us that signal until we get that close. If the market does want to close above there, then in the next video, we'll obviously cover that. But right now, no bueno. It does not look good at all. That is what we got going on for the S&P. Let's check out what's happening in the Dow streets. 32,000 is where we're hanging out at, all right? And we continue to bang along, and doesn't look good here as well, right? We said that this one is the one that appeared over the 20-day moving average, but we also have this tail end of that trend line that we've drawn from that breakdown, showing it to be resistance. And that's what I continue to see here. The Dow right now is under some pressure as it has recently achieved some heights. Selling is continuing. All right, so that's the Dow. Let's go ahead and look at what we got going on for the Russell. There is my wild, crazy mouse. Good morning. The Russell right now, 1810, around 1800, which is where we were at last time we talked. And we still have this massive pattern that we're watching to see how it breaks down. The moving averages are ganged up on it. We got the 20-day, we got the 200-day, 50-day continuing to move lower. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking to see if this price at 1800 is going to hold. And right now the pressure is showing that it is too strong. And it is buckling. We can see a move lower to retest around that 1650 area. And let's go on lastly to what we got going on for the NASDAQ. 11,1114 right now. All right, as we continue to move, and this is down 1% in the pre-market. As the market gets ready to open, we got the same situation going on like the Russell had with the 20-day putting pressure, the 200-day also putting pressure, and 50-day obviously is further away but also moving lower. Now we have really not too much going on for all of the futures as they continue to show a weaker open for this morning. So let's check out what's going on with individual stocks, our favorite ones, and we head over to Apple land first. What's going on with Apple? They just recently reported earnings. They last closed at 144.80. Right now the pre-market is showing 146. Family, we've already drawn the line in the sand. We've said before that that 150 resistance is all we need to focus on, because as it gets there, sellers start to get antsy and they come out the woodworks and they start selling off the stock. It is no different this week. where we've reached near that 150 target and we started to sell off. And in the pre-market, we're at 146, which is under that 150 resistance. I anticipate for Apple to continue to move off. And my price target, this is where you always get the best, all right? And we still have that price target of 130. If 130 does break, our next price target is 120. I like 120 the most because we have more activity at that 120 area. I say Apple gets to 120. That is where we will likely get a next bounce after 130 breaks down. All right, that's Apple. Let's go on over to Amazon, which also has reported earnings and is down pretty big right now. 110.96 was the most recent close. 96, 97-ish, we'll go ahead and call it that. It is currently at in the pre-market before the chaos starts. All right, we've talked many a times on how this is the price target area, family. The low end of it is around 100. Do I think that this will break? I say yes. And the reason why I say yes is because right now we have extreme selling pressure. Even though Amazon is reaching new lows in the pre-market, I think that it can close below the old lows here. And we do have that price target of juicy 80. Okay, and we say 80 because you can see that we've had a lot of price activity in that 80 area. I think that we come back to that 80, and then this is where the next bounce will likely happen. In addition to that, we have our pattern that we've talked about for almost a solid 2 months here. This is how you know charts are real. We said that this could break down. It is continually starting to show that it can break down. That's Amazon. Let's go over to Meta, which also reported earnings, and oh my goodness, warning, warning, warning. We've watched this line here and said this was critical. Sellers have come out after earnings and just demolished this stock. All right, and we said at that point in time, if that broke, that our next price target would be in this $80 range. Okay, we said 100 was a soft one, and then this $80 was the strong one here. I think Meta ends up making its way down there. It's under a lot of selling pressure. Has no reason why it needs to bounce. People are fleeing. They're probably getting to the exit, and 80 is the price target for Meta. That's Meta. Let's go on over to Netflix. What we got going on? If I can clear it all out, there it is. Netflix, 296.94. It is under some pressure right now as the 50-day moving average starts to approach, and that 300 target did get hit. The reason why we had 300 before is because we've had some activity in that area before. So 300 was the go-to price. We've hit it, and it has started to show a little bit of fizzle right now. We want to see if Netflix can stay strong above. Let's give the price target right now. We want to see it stay strong above around that 290 area. We'll just go ahead and say 290. 288 to 290 is what we need to see this stay above. If it can stay above that, then it has a good shot of staying strong for the next week. All right, so Netflix 288 to 290 is what we're looking for. All right, that's Netflix. Let's go on over to Tesla. What do we got? Oh, we're moving, family. We're moving. We're loving it. Make sure you hit subscribe because we do this every single week. All right, 225.09 is where we recently closed. That 222-ish right now is where the market is giving its price before open. We talked about this head and shoulder pattern here and why we think this can continue to break down if it closes below 200. Right now, my price target for Tesla is 150. I think 150 is going to be where Tesla ultimately settles. And why 150? All right, if we look around that 150 area, we see that this was the breakout point. Okay, 150 is where everything was before when this candle broke out above it. Okay, that is where we started the run, the monster run that we've had. I think we return to 150 or to that 130 or 140 area before we really start to see some action again from Tesla. And lastly, let's look at what we got going on with Google. Google closed at 92.22, right? We put this out there a long time ago as well, family. This is why we rock with the charts. All right, because they tell you everything. Remember, our price target was that 85 to 90 area. Okay, and here we are getting closer to it right now, with it around 92 right now in the pre-market. And why did we choose that, family? This is not any voodoo at all. This is where it was before, 85 to 90. Okay, this is why I selected this price target. We had a lot of activity there before. I think we returned there, and we also talked about this being the bear flag formation. We've finally broken below it. We closed. I think we end up getting to around that 85 to 90 area. So that's it, family. How did I do? If you continue to rock with me and you stay to the end, I appreciate you. This is what we do every single week. All right, we've been accurate with our price reads, and I'm teaching you how to do this, to give you the strength to read any chart and see where it's going. All right, it's going to take you some time, and I'm going to help you get there. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and look at the videos, look at the prior ones. This is what we do. I drop the clues along the way, and if you still continue to need some help, that's all good, because I do have a chart reading course. That link is in the bio. So if you want to learn how to read charts, you want the quick spiffy way instead of going through and watching hours of footage of me or other people on there, hit the link below. It gives you the access to my chart reading course, where I show you how to do this. Okay, so health is wealth. You know where we're at right now. Make sure you take care of yourself. Go Phillies. And I want you to enjoy your weekend that we got coming up. Halloween weekend. If you have Halloween, check your candy. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on out here. I just saw something about fentanyl being in candy. Like, what are we doing out here? Why are we doing this? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't have the answers. Sway does, though. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check me out next time. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. All right? Take care of yourself. That's the most important message I love to hammer home. And we'll catch you next time. All right? Peace.